So today I knocked another one off my 2019 watch list, and while each time I've kind of knocked one off my watch list, I've usually felt kind of quite happy because I've knocked another one off. I watched it through, and yeah, I don't think so. I don't really think, oh good, I'm happy. But now today I managed to knock off another one off my 2019 watch list, and I'm actually quite sad to be doing so because this actually became one of my favourite franchises, and this franchise technically ended long before I ever got into it. But having kind of reached the end of it, I'm now quite sad that I've reached the end of it. And that was season 7 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. A little bit of background for you. I started watching Buffy came around the summer of 2016 after finishing the other great Joss Whedon show, Firefly. I'd gone from Firefly for Christmas in 2015. I watched it through and I'd loved it. I then asked if I should start watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And the general remark around it was, yes, it's a great show. So I started watching. After 2016, I managed to get through the first 4 seasons fairly quickly, as my family had those kind of ready to go on DVD, and I was quite happy. Before I start, don't go ape at me because I didn't watch them on Netflix or on Amazon Prime or whatever. People still watch things on DVD or Blu-ray, so get over yourself. So yeah, first 4 seasons I got through fairly quickly as they were there, ready and waiting. Then kind of 2017 rolled around and I got Series 5. I watched that through and once again I enjoyed it. Got Series 6 for Christmas in 2017 and kind of spent the large majority of 2018 watching through it. Then 2019 rolled around and I got Series 7. And having now watched it through, Series 7 was the last season that the show did. I mean, its legacy still continued with Angel and with the comics that it produced afterwards, but yeah, they only did 7 seasons of it, and that was the last one. So, season 7 kind of follows on from the end of season 6. Buffy is now training Dawn to to protect herself, to still be good in things. Willow has kind of been taken to England so she can kind of get over the power problem that she had at the end of season 6. But then there's new trouble on the horizon as Sunnydale High, the high school that was previously built over the Hellmouth, has now been rebuilt under the control of new principal Robin Wood. And yeah, he's not quite all he seems. You've also got Spike, who has kind of returned, is now kind of living in the basement of the school, and he is, since the end of season 6, he has gone on a mission to kind of get his soul back for Buffy, to kind of prove that he wants to be with her, so he's gone to get his soul back. He's got it, and now he seems quite mad now that he's got it. You've also got the return of Faith, played once again by Eliza Dushku, kind of towards the end of the series, and you also get a rather nice, in the final 2 episodes, you also get a rather nice kind of appearance from David Boreanaz, who, even though Angel was still going on at this time, that's another story in itself, other people can probably tell you that one, but it is nice that he showed up for the kind of last 2 episodes to kind of say goodbye to the parent show. To which, yeah, I mean, I know I said I'm kind of a little bit sad to be finished with this, but the Buffy franchise still has expanded quite a bit in that I personally haven't yet touched Angel, so I don't know what's going on there. I mean, I did, because of Buffy, I did look and start the series Bones, which I know isn't related to it, but since it had David Boreanaz, I felt, maybe it's a series I should check out, and I have started it, but yeah, I mean, I know I only started kind of watching Buffy 3 years ago, and there are other people who have kind of been there from the start. But the thing is, when Buffy first started airing for me, I would have been way too young. Okay, when it was first airing, I would have only kind of just been born. So yeah, I was a little bit too young for it at the time. But then I started watching it, and it quickly became one of my favourite shows. I mean, if I give my top three nowadays, it's usually my third is kind of the Arrowverse shows, kind of Arrow, The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, and Supergirl. Buffy comes in at number two, with my number one spot being taken by Doctor Who. But I grew to absolutely love Buffy. I mean, just in the 3 years I spent watching it, I absolutely fell in love with the characters. I mean, I loved Buffy for how strong she was, how kind of determined she was. I loved Willow. Kind of at the times she was kind of the outcast, but then she grew to be Buffy's best friend, and I loved that. And even seeing times when she was losing control or going beyond her means, she was very relatable. Xander was the most relatable of all of them. I mean, he was the guy who, as he said in season 7, he saw more than anybody knew because nobody was watching him, and that was one character I felt everyone related to. You also had Spike, played by James Masters, who he was kind of the bad boy that kind of you either wanted or you wanted him or you wanted to be him. He was just great fun to watch, and just Giles, he had his kind of firm moments, he had his kind of softer moments, and then he had his humorous moments. Like, kind of in the final season, when everyone kind of makes a joke going like, right, what do you want to do tomorrow? I'd say we should go to the mall. It's like, yeah, are we really going to do this now? And then when they all walk off, he's like, yep, the Earth is definitely doomed. I mean, he was brilliant. Everyone in the show was brilliant. I mean, there were a few characters that I knew people didn't like. I know that a lot of people weren't massively fond of Dawn. I personally liked Dawn. The one character who I felt was maybe a little annoying for me at times was Andrew, but yeah, that's just me. But as I said, I love this show. I mean, I grew to love it. I mean, well, you know what I mean. I mean, it doesn't mean I'm gonna stop watching it. I absolutely loved Buffy. I love all 7 seasons of it. This to me was a masterpiece. I mean, I will try and get into Angel at some point, and I think maybe at some point I will also try and find the comics, the kind of comics run, to see how they continue the show in comic form. But the one last thing I want to talk about before I sign this video off is the ending, because with so many shows, the ending can be what kind of trips it up and what turns what is a good TV show into some TV shows have pretty bad endings. For example, a show that Alison Hannigan moved on to after Buffy, How I Met Your Mother, well, that had a successful run. I mean, 9 seasons worth. Its ending is infamous for being the biggest screw you to fans everywhere. But for me, this had kind of a beautiful ending that kind of it left itself open to for the comics to continue it, but then it was also kind of the perfect cap off for Buffy to say, yeah, we're done now. But there's still more to go. You know what? For a show that was kind of this successful, that had 7 successful seasons, plus a spin-off, I feel Buffy did well. And I still stand by, Buffy is my number 2 favourite show for a while. I mean, there may be other shows that I check out kind of in the next few years that may kind of not move things around a bit in my top 3, but you know what? Buffy earned its place. Buffy earned her place up there. I'll do another video later on kind of going over some of my personal favourite episodes from the entirety of the series run, but from my point of view, Buffy Season 7, they closed it off right. There you go, my personal view of Buffy Season 7. Until next time, see you.